All right, if you're watching this after the live stream, this was recorded on the Magic Historian, but is playing on the Hatcher channel, so that's how it goes. Anyways, Adok Bloodkin, we're starting out with whatever's up on the screen. So 1 white and 1 gets you a 2/1 Dog Soldier. And I mean, this is a pretty underwhelming card overall, right? It's got Outlast, 1 white and 1 to put a 1/1 counter on it, and it has First Strike when it has a 1/1 counter on it. It's pretty jank. I mean, I guess it's funky if you like to make dog decks, but I don't really care about dogs overall so much. Like, as a tribe, I guess. Individually, I like dogs. But whatever. This card's not very interesting. Which I guess we're going to see a bunch of those, right? Because we're going to be looking at a bunch of commons and stuff, too. We're looking at everything, which means we're looking at the trash. Although Doom Traveler isn't garbage, right? 1 mana for a 1/1, and you get a 1/1 spirit when it dies. And that spirit has flying. So that one ain't too shabby. And there are some like rares that have been downgraded to common as well, legit. So I like this. I like the artwork for this a lot. I like the concept that this guy is unaware of his fate. Like the spirit is almost his shadow, and it's plaintively holding its hands out like, bro, just look over here, idiot. We're gonna die, bro. Why are you looking over there, dum dum? We're gonna die. Like, I like that. That's cool, right? So, I mean, in terms of Popper, yeah, DJ Vinyl, you only like the Popper stuff? Well, there you go. This is perfect for Popper. It's popping off. Meh. Anyways, moving on. We got God's Willing. All right, man. That's a cool concept. 1 white, beseech the gods to protect a creature. So you give a creature you control protection from the color of your choice till end of turn. Scry 1. I mean, it's all right. You got Elspeth with the blade floating in the air. I mean, that looks fucking pimp, doesn't it? Legitimately. That sword just hanging there in the air against the god's sky. Or I don't know, man. It's awesome. The artwork, when you separate it out from the card, feels like way more epic than the, here you go, you get protection until end of turn, right? And I guess it's weird because if it's Elspeth, then why is it the gods giving protection to a creature when she's not a... Anyways, I'm not going to waste much time on this. Moving on, we got Momentary Blink. This one's funky, man. I like the way that this Griff is just busted apart with the arrows blam, 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 blam through him, just in that momentary missing part. And you gotta wonder, in that moment right there, like, if the Griff was hungry and you do this spell, for the moment where his stomach is like blinked out of existence, Blorp, is he hungry still? Does he still have the hunger signals traveling to that weird little swan-brained head of his, or what? Like, what's the deal? This is a funky card, right? Like, 2 mana to exile a creature you control, bring it back to the battlefield under its owner's control. I like that as like a mechanical concept that represents an instantaneous like shifting, right? There's a couple of different ways that it can illustrate concepts in Magic, but I really dig the vibe overall. I find this to be an incredibly evocative piece of artwork on a number of levels, because you have what is like a weird griffin variant, right? The end of it is it's like a fucking horse, man. It's got a horse's ass up in the air, and then the other side of it is like a swan, but it's got the front horse's legs, right? And so you've got that going on. You've got the middle of it missing. At first you think it's actually being torn apart by the arrows, and then you've got like the crazy night sky that it's set against, with the whole, like, I guess the sun is rising above some village in Innistrad. And it's cool, man. It looks awesome. All right. You got Seeker of the Way. 2 mana, 2/2 monk. No, he's not a monk. He's a human warrior or whatever. Same difference. Prowess, so cast non-creature spells. He gets +1/+1. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, gets lifelink. So that's all right. I mean, you cast a non-creature spell, he's, 3/3 with lifelink. That's all right. And then you can boost him up with some other spells, maybe. Not like the biggest deal, but not terrible either, especially as far as commons go in this set. The artwork definitely gives, like, I am the seeker of the way, this monk going on a journey across the bridge. You've got the monasteries there behind him. You can see there's like 3 or 4 of them set up on these different mountaintops, and that is some really nice flavor. Like, this is very evocative. I love the fact that the rope bridge has that one snap and frayed sort of like rope there, but overall it looks very sturdy. So it's got like a sense of age, but also like it's been cared for. I dig it, man. That's good times. Settle Beyond Reality. Look at that artwork. That's awesome. 5 mana sorcery. Choose one or both. Exile a creature you don't control. Exile target creature you control. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Flavor text says 2 taken, 2 judged, 1 returned. That is really cool, man. I really dig the artwork and concept of this, where it's just like, yeah, we're gonna send you out basically to the edge of reality, which is apparently just these stones hurtling out. Like, I guess this must be near the blind eternities, but I like the fact that you have the symmetry of 2 people engaged in this battle, but the one is just phased out with this light, like it's just gone. That's awesome, man. I like this as removal that also can give you bonuses from your own come into play creatures. That's solid, dude. All right. What do we got? Wingsteed Rider. 3 mana, 2/2 flyer. When you cast a spell that targets it, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's all right. It's a chick riding a Pegasus. It's cool from a fantasy standpoint. Not too exciting overall. Moving on. Advanced Stitchwing. 5 mana, get you a 3/4 flyer. Pay 3 and pitch 2 cards. Return it from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. That's all right. The idea of pitching 2 cards, if they're creatures or whatever, it's stitching them together into this weird flying zombie horror. It's got some good flavor, but it's a jank card. All right. Aether Snipe. 6 mana, 4/4. When it enters the battlefield, bounce a non-land permanent, and you can evoke it for 3. I mean, the artwork is crazy. Look at its weird body. This is a messed up elemental. It's like, bro, get that fucking thing away from my bonsai tree, bro. I do not like your pet. It's gross and it's ugly, just like you. Moving on. We've got Deep Analysis. 1 blue and 3 for a sorcery. Target player draws 2 cards. We're going deep when you flash back. 1 blue and 1, pay 3 life. It's so deep it hurts. The specimen seems to be broken. Nicobolus, stop breaking stuff. I do like that it's Nicobolus shown studying some sort of magical object. That is cool. All right, then we got Deranged Assistant. 1 blue and 1 for a 1/1. Tap it to mill a card and add a colorless. All right. Flavor text. Garl, adjust the... Oh, wait, no, this is like Whiner, right? Garl, adjust the slurry dispensers. Garl, fetch more corpses. Garl, quit crying and give me your brain tissue. If he doesn't stop being so rude, I'm quitting. I like that. That's got some fun flavor, and the artwork is dark and grimy and totally does give the feel of a deranged assistant. I like it, man. That's awesome. All right, what do we got next? Ingenious Scab. Hey, what up, Hayes? Can't stop coming by to see what's up. Haven't played Magic in 20-ish years. Well, I mean, I guess you still love Magic. Nothing wrong with that, bro. Enjoy yourself. 1 blue and 2, 2/3 prowess. So cast a non-creature, +1/+1 till end of turn. Pay 1 blue, get +1/-1 till end of turn. I actually kind of like the way that interplays with prowess, right? Because you can get a double power bonus off the prowess if you're willing to sacrifice the toughness. So that is a little bit of funky design right there. I mean, this is still a big, fat, hefty bag of trash, but at least there's some interesting design in there. Flavor text says, head and shoulders above the rest. All right, a little bit of product placement for your favorite shampoo. Moving on. Muldrifter. I love this card. It's so cool, man. 1 blue and 4 for a 2/2 elemental. It's just like the idea of drifting thoughts just floating on the breeze. And it's a crazy, like, flying trout with these half ephemeral wings, but its tail is turning into luminescent butterflies. This is incredible. I'm gonna tell you straight up, if I was a genuine planeswalker who existed, I probably wouldn't be engaging in like battles for power. Like, legitimately, the kind of person I am, I would be defensed right up. I would have a ton of defensive magic and be ready for any walkers that came at me. But ultimately, I would be out there looking for the most delightful, whimsical, crazy beasts the multiverse had. And the Muldrifter falls into that category, man. I fucking love it, bro. It's really cool. Then we got Thought Scour. Look at this artwork, man. I'm going to put your head in a big old V-box and scour your brain with some smoke. Who doesn't like having their brain scoured with smoke? Wait, no, that's coming from the eyes. Never mind. I take it back. He had glimpsed the truth of the multiverse. Now if only he could remember it. That's cool. A truth so wide and vast that it fragments your mind and you can't remember it. That's neat, actually. Erasing part of your mind by showing you too much. That's awesome. It's a blue to mill 2 cards and draw a card. So, I mean, that's cool. That is cool. Then we got Balustrade Spy. I mean, this is obviously a very desirable reprint. People have, like, this thing picked up over time. It's 1 black and 3/2/3. When it enters the battlefield, target player reveals cards from the top of their library until they reveal a land card, and then puts the cards in their graveyard. So you can do some cheesy maneuvers with this guy. So people like him. I mean, in terms of he's a spy, he's just hanging out on the balcony. It's like, all right. I mean, it makes sense when you look at him. He's a vampire. He's got that vampire feel. Just hanging out there, bro. You okay? Yeah, I just like to lurk. Like a bunch of people in the stream. If you're lurking in the stream right now, look, this is you. This is you on the screen. You're this dapper little gentleman with his hands. Wait a minute. He's got his hands like this. What's he waiting for, huh? Is he waiting? And you know what? Never mind. Never mind. Let's move on. We got Eyebligh's Ending. Oh, yeah, man. I loved this concept from Lorwyn. I thought it was really cool, dude. 1 black and 2 for a tribal instant. First of all, tribal spells are cool. Spells that have creature types, that's a fun concept, right? So you've got that with this spell. Destroy target non-elf creature. Flavor text says, those without beauty are Lorwyn's greatest tumor. The winnowers have an unpleasant duty, but a necessary one. And that's from Idrin Perfect of Lysolana. Now, the elves of Lorwyn are like other elves in that they revere nature and stuff, but they only revere beautiful nature and want to destroy everything else. So they spend their time like hunting down and brutalizing like anything that's not beautiful to them. It's crazy. The elves are dark and evil, and that's not what you normally get, right? So it's a really funky way of doing things. Like Lorwyn is a very light and sunny world where it's just like most of the evil is like a goblin stealing a pie off your windowsill. Like the goblins in this world are super benign. They just chill out, right? And there's, I'm gonna steal your pie. You know what I mean? Or I stole a giant's tooth. Like it's just more whimsical and silly, but the elves are straight up, it's like the most vicious high schools. Like, you are ugly. You must perish. So that flavor is amazing, right? Andrew G, yeah, Lurkers Anonymous. Bo Falcon, I see you there lurking. All right. Next up, we got Seeker's Squire. A black and 1 gets you a 1/2 when it enters the battlefield. It explores, so you get to reveal the top of your library. You put the card in your hand if it's a land. Otherwise, you slap a 1/1 on the Squire. Put the card in the graveyard. Not too bad, but also not that exciting. A lady out there with her lamp in the night. She's seeking. These are the vampire conquistadors from Innistrad. That shit's cool. Moving on. We got Unearth. Yeah, the Negator is coming back, bro. 1 black sorcery. I mean, I talked about this one in the video too, right? So you get to bring a creature back from your graveyard that costs 3 or less. Cycles for 2. This one shows a Negator coming back. The Negator's the 3/3/5 piece of trash that you'd never play with now, but back in the day, people totally played with because the game was slower. And a 5/5 for 3 that just hurt. Oh, it was awful. Just awful. So bad. Anyways, powerhouse. So, next up, we got Vampire Sovereign. Oh, okay. 5 mana, 3/4 flyer. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent loses 3 life and you gain 3 life. That's awesome. I mean, it's not super power level, but I just love the idea of like summoning up a vampire that's a noble and it just immediately shows up and just starts biting your opponent. What's up? I'm here to suck your blood and suck it hard. Moving on. Oh yeah, Imperial Seal. You're gonna take that skeleton stamp there. I'm gonna print it on your butt cheek. Bam! You've just been Imperial Sealed. I was really surprised to see that they reprinted this, man. This is a big, fat, money, wanga-langa, people want it, ding-dong card. You know what I mean? So when I saw it, I was like, whoa. Somebody joked about it or said they wanted it the night before in the stream, and I was like, that ain't gonna happen, man. And then it did, and I was like, what? Oh, Andrew G. gifting memberships to the Magic Historian. Thanks, brother. If you don't have your get memberships turned on, guys, you can click on the green box in the chat and enable that so you can get them free memberships. Thanks, Andrew G. And anybody who's watching this afterwards on Hatcher, well, you can't see a chat box, so don't be trying to click on nothing because you ain't getting no memberships there. You got to be in the live streams when it happens. Anyways, anyhow, back to the cards, back to life, back to reality. Dark Dweller Oracle once was a rare 2-mana 2/2, pay a mana, sack a creature, exile the top card of your library. You can play it this turn. I love that you can get a bunch of resources out of this. You can just feed your little donks into it and get more cards. That is pretty sweet, right? But, you know, overall, even now that it's been downgraded to common, it doesn't feel wrong at common. So the rare never made a splash, right? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Tubes. Oh, there's 69 viewers. 69 viewers and 14 likes. I'm less liked than I thought. The next card we're going to talk about is My Self-Esteem. It has a casting cost of 0 and a power and toughness of 0. And it goes into the graveyard because I don't get the likes that I need for my self-esteem. Don't you know I'm a dangerously unstable YouTuber and I measure my own worth by likes? I must get likes to be liked. Otherwise, I shall lay on the floor and cry while Carly tries to coax me to eat grapes like a gazelle. And I will just put my lips up. Oh, hold on, you can't see me properly. Allow me to show you. And I'll be towards the grapes. But other than that, I'll lay on the floor and cry. Okay. All right. Enough of that nonsense. Onwards we go. We've got Hero of the Games. 3 mana, 3/2. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Hero of the Games, creatures you control get, wow, +1/+0 to end a turn. Woo! Yeah, winner of the games are forever remembered as heroes of their people. All right. All right. That's some good root beer. All right, moving on. We got Lava Coil. All right, decent. 4 mana. 4 damage for 2 mana is what I meant. 4 damage and exile. This is legit. Not too shabby. All right, and the artwork's awesome. The lava coil looks so red and vibrant, right, as the lava's whipping around this chick. And everything else is so muted and gray that it's just, the lava's so evocative. And the horror on this chick's face is believable as she's just kind of lifting her arms up from her sides, right? Because there'd be intense heat from that lava. So instantly you'd be like, whoa, 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 trying to stay in the middle of it. And then it just pulls in and like just utterly destroys you. And that's why you're exiled. That is epic. All right. Next up, we got Pirate's Pillage. 1 red and 3 for a sorcery. As an additional cost to cast it, discard a card. Draw 2 cards, create 2 treasures. Meh. As far as cards go, doesn't super excite me, but I love the artwork. This little monkey pirate with his blade going, yo, I'm getting this gemstone eye. This is fun and adventure. I dig it. Rift Bolt. Now this is a common, my friend. This is a power. I mean, not obviously as powerful as the original lightning bolt that it is hearkening back to, but the fact that you can suspend it for 1 mana, boom, the next turn it's going to go off, makes it sweeter in some ways because you can stagger it for storm or other casting multiple spells in a turn shenanigans. But 1 mana for 3 damage to any target is a very solid benchmark of goodness. So Rift Bolt is a great choice. You can never get enough of these Chumbawambas, all right? And the artwork is great too. Just look at that. You've got a bolt of lightning literally coming through time, through a rift. Not too shabby. All right. Then we got Miri the Cursed. What? Wait a minute. Never mind. Ignore this one. This is from the video that I did today where I was talking about how it's a tragedy that, whatever. Anyways, this isn't a spoiler. Ignore this. Not a spoiler. Okay, Stormfleet Pyromancer. I got all excited. Miri! And then I'm like, that's Time Spiral. I'm dumb. All right, 5 mana, 3/2. When it enters the battlefield, if you attack this turn, 2 damage to any target. Woof. Woof. I mean, the artwork's kind of cool. Burn that conquistador pirate. That's a nice epic, like, action scene. Like, whoa, an entire story is being told here. But the story of the gameplay is pretty weak. After that, we got Annoyed Altasaur. I love it. Just an annoyed dinosaur. Get out of here, you stupid siren. I'm sick of your dumb wings. Stop making fun of the fin on my head. I know I look like a stupid shark. Eat my balls. All right, 7 mana, 6/5, Reach, Trample, Cascade. So when you cast it, you're going to get to flip over cards from the top of your deck until you hit something that costs less than 7. Play it for free. I do like that. I mean, Reach and Trample and Cascade, this is okay. This is all right. I can dig it. It pairs a long neck with a short temper. Oh, just like me. All right, moving on. Brindleshote. 2 mana for a 1/1 boar. When it dies, create a 3/3 boar. Hunters lure the stripling into the open, hoping to trap greater prey. Oh, rough. You get the baby, and you kick the hell out of the baby. It's like, come on, bring out the mother. I'm taking her down, too. That's rough. That's mean. All right. Then we got Elvish Rejuvenator. I love this guy. 1 green and 2 for a 1/1. When he enters the battlefield, look at the top 5 cards of your library. Put a land from among them onto the battlefield tapped. I enjoyed using this guy quite a bit. The artwork, you can see him flowing that magic into the tree, rejuvenating it. You got the fruit regrowing? That's cool. Then there's Experiment 1. Oh, those Biomancers. They can't help themselves, man. 1 green for a 1/1 with Evolve, which means whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, if its power is bigger than Experiment 1, you put a +1/+1 counter on it, on Experiment 1, and then you can remove 2 counters from it to regenerate it. So it's pretty sweet if you get it as your first play, right? So I think it used to be uncommon. So you put it on other creatures, it grows bigger, and if they try and destroy it, you can regenerate it, and then it'll still be able to grow bigger off of other creatures you play. And it's a human ooze. When you first look at it, you're like, is that a merfolk? But it's a human ooze. That is so cool. What up, Cinder Shadow? All right, we got Gnarlbrack Rhino. 2 green and 2, 4/4 trample. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, draw a card. I ran this guy in my arena deck for a bit. It's okay. It's all right. It's not too exciting, but whatever. Oh, Roughneck, you gave the video a thumbs up. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. That's good for my self-esteem and my vitamin B levels. It makes me never mind. I'm just gonna keep going. All right, Rampant Growth, 1 green and 1 sorcery. Search your library for a basic land, put it in the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. The artwork is very, very, very confusing because you look at the artwork and go, this is the green spell that immobilizes attackers or kills people with giant sunflowers. Oh no, this lets you just go and get a land. Well then why do we have, like, this is 1 step away from being Earthbind, bro. What is going on here? Look on that guy's face. Does he like this? Is that why he's here? Is he like David Carradining right now and he just knows when you like, is this your one weird, like, questionable night and you've summoned him up to too many battles and he's been knocked in the head too many times, and now when you cast Rampant Growth, he runs out into the field and you're like, Billy, no! And he runs out and then it starts choking him and he just stands with a big grin on his face and it's like, Billy, oh, man, I don't want to be a part of this. This is not okay. I'm not going to keep summoning you if you keep acting like this, bro. All right, moving on. We've got Thrive. 1 green and X. Put a +1/+1 counter on each of X target creatures. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo. It's got some lizards yelling and some bats. I don't care about this. Then we got Tuskguard Captain. 3 mana gets you a 2/3 without last, so you can pay 1 and tap it to put a 1/1 on it. And each creature with a 1/1 counter has trample. All right. I mean, it's funky looking artwork. Look at the big beast in the background with her kind of chilling there with her little goad. It's like, okay. All right. Webweaver Changeling, 5 mana, 3/5 Changeling with Reach. When it enters the battlefield, if there are 3 or more creatures in your graveyard, you gain 5 life. Oh, it's a Changeling spider that feeds on the dead. Huh. 8 legs carrying endless phobias. All right. All right, I wonder what these cards were originally supposed to be. I always suspected they were supposed to be fading cards or something like that, because you can clearly see in all of them that this like purple blob stuff is like moving away, like their essence is kind of dissipating, but they repurposed all of them into changelings, which seems like a good choice because honestly, the fading mechanics are really garbage. Really garbage. All Blood Water Entity. 1 red, 1 blue, and 1 for a 2/2 flyer with prowess. And when it enters the battlefield, you can put an instant or sorcery from your graveyard on top of your library. That's an alright card. You know, it's not like, it's not the best and it's not the worst. It's certainly not terribly exciting. So, whatever. Cartel Aristocrat's alright. You know, black and white for a 2/2. Human Advisor, sack another creature. It gets protection from the color of your choice until end of turn. Half decently resilient, right? What are you going to do? I mean, look, Hardcore Orzhov. I never noticed this. This is the first time I ever noticed. I was always taken in by looking at her, but I never noticed in the background that you have this triangle with all of the guilds inscribed on it, but the Orzhov are at the top. Their symbol is bigger, and more importantly, it's illuminated by the light coming in through the window. I like that little detail. That's cool. Then you got Chronicler of Heroes, 3 mana for a 3/3. When Chronicler of Heroes enters the battlefield, draw a card if you control a creature with +1/+1 counter on it. She paints pictures with words, though not all pictures show the truth. I just hope I don't look this douchey when I tell stories. All right, next. We got, the other version of the Imperial Seal. Nice artwork, very straightforward. Moving on. Dres Mangler, let me mangle that drag. 3 mana, 3/3 haste with Scavenge. Exile it from your graveyard, put a number of +1/+1 counters equal to its power on target creature. So, it's alright, you can scavenge it for 3. Fireblade Artist, 2 mana, 2/2 haste. Beginning of upkeep, sack a creature. If you do, 2 damage to an opponent or planeswalker. That underwhelming ability. Artwork, though, oh man, is it intense. He does look like a little bit goofy in the middle, like he's got kind of like a D-bag outfit, but he's also so intense that it doesn't matter. Do you know what I mean? Like, dude, he is intimidating. All right. Then we got Mizzix of the Is Magnus. 4 mana, 2/2, Goblin Wizard. When you cast an instant or sorcery with mana value greater than the number of experience counters you have, you get an experience counter. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less for each experience counter you have. This is mega discount town right here. You're going to get a lot of cost reduction with this guy. Not too shabby at all. Sensei's Divining Top. This card is really strong and really tedious to play against. This artwork looks better. I'd rather have this version. Sensei's Divining Top can't be played in the cube. It's too powerful. We had to kick it out. It was too strong. Too OP. All right. Cryptic Spires. This one's cool, man. This is funky. I love the artwork. It's like you come into play and you circle 2 of the colors, and then it taps for those colors. But you choose the colors not when it comes into play, but when you put it in your deck, right? That's nutty. I like that. All right. Then we got Ulamog, 11 mana for your 10/10. When you cast him, destroy target permanent, indestructible, annihilator 4. So when he attacks, your opponent has to sack 4 permanents. That's so fucking dumb, man. When he's put into a graveyard from anywhere, you got to shuffle the graveyard in the library. It's like, yep, stop you from reanimating him. Looks pretty awesome. He looks pretty intense in this artwork, bro. After that, we got Seeker of the... Look at this goof! What? Who thought this was a good idea? Look at that face! Look at that face! No, what? 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 No wonder you're Seeker of the Way, man. Seeker of Away from me with that goofy ass head. They sent you out of the monastery probably on some made up quest. He looks so stupid. Oh my god, that's amazing how dumb he looks. I would summon this dude just to make fun of his stupid face. Look at your stupid face, man. I'm gonna go make you fight a dragon. Just gonna tired of looking at your stupid face. I hope a dragon eats your dumb head, you goofy looking bastard. All right. Teferi's Protection. This looks awesome, man. Teferi looks so hardcore. I think this is the most badass Teferi version I've ever seen. Like, he looks like he could just cave your head in with his staff. Like, whoa, bam! I don't even need my time magic. He looks fierce as hell, bro. Who is that with him? Is that his daughter? His wife's a merchant. Who is that? Who is depicted in this artwork? Andrew G, the face was so dumb it doesn't matter what he did. We already saw Seeker of the Way. So why talk about the same card twice? Just because like they're spread out, man. They're spread out. All right, Muldrifter. Here's another version of it. I like the other artwork more. It's more whimsical, but this does look nice too. The colors are great. All right, Unearth. Look at that. Look at that. We saw the other Unearth. This is some crazy intense artwork. Welcome to Castle Grayskull, He-Man. Are you ready to enter my mouth? What? Wizard eyes. Moving on. Allosaurus Shepherd. Oh, yeah. Stroke that dinosaur, you shirtless maverick. 1 green for a 1/1 elf shaman. Spell can't be countered. Green spells you control can't be countered. Oh, that phrase makes me ecstatic, bro. I need one of these for my cube. This spell can't be countered. Green spells you control can't be countered. I need one for my commander deck. And then 6 mana, until end of turn, each elf creature you control has base power and toughness 5/5 and becomes a dinosaur. That's amazing. So, like, he's not rubbing another dinosaur. That's his wife. This guy turned his wife into a dinosaur, and then he laid her neck on his knee and just started stroking her, bro. I hope you know that's what's happening right here. This is like some weird stuff going on. This is an awesome card, though. All right, then we got Bloom Tender. I love it, man. 10 those lotuses. She's lovely. 2 mana, 1/1, taps for a color. Tap for each color of mana among permanents you control. So got all 5 different colors. You get all 5 different colors of mana. Aw, yeah. And the artwork's awesome. Dig it. That's why I made today's video. All right, Muldrotha the Gravetide. I guess that's confusing when I say that. The video I put on the Historian. This one has everything in it. Muldrotha the Gravetide is 6 mana for a 6/6 elemental avatar. During each of your turns, you may play a land and cast a permanent spell of each permanent type from your graveyard. This is so hella busted, dumb, crazy. I love it. It's so stupid and over the top. Yargle hadn't bargained on Hirsch. What? Yargle? What? Why is she mentioning Yargle? Yargle hadn't bargained on her. Yargle Bargle. I love just saying Yargle. That's cool, man. Look at that artwork too. Muldrotha looks insane. That crazy. I'm gonna oh, she's doing Dragon Ball, but she ain't got a mouth to yell. That's all Dragon Ball is, man. My buddies used to watch that, and it's just a half an hour. Ho, ho. Tune in next week. Why? They didn't do anything. They just stood there yelling at each other. What? I'm surprised they don't have a hernia from yelling. Okay. Then we got Mana Vault. Oh, yeah, you ready to go on a Capenna Caper, son? I'm going to steal all the mana from your vault. Mana Vault's an awesome card. And this is funky artwork, but I like the other one with the little tower a little bit more. But, you know, legit. 1 mana for an artifact that taps for 3 mana. And you get to, I mean, you gotta deal with the whole pay 4 or you're going to take damage. So, I don't know. It's a really strong card, though. Moving on. We got the other Mana Vault. I like this artwork better. It feels more intense and magical, right? Like magic flowing on up out of there. I mean, sure, it does kind of look like green mana, but we'll let that slide, right? That is very mystical and dope looking. After that, we got Phyrexian Altar. Oh, yeah, let's get sacrificed to Papa Yagma tonight. 3 mana artifact. Sack a creature. Add 1 mana of any color. Because Phyrexians know how to party. Offerings must first be freed from the prison of their own skin before they're welcomed into the flesh singularity. Yikes. With that artwork and the phrase the flesh singularity, I'm moving on. Oh, Vidalcan Orrery. Yes, I love this card, man. 4 mana artifact lets you cast your spells as if they had flash. That's awesome. Everything's at instant speed, bro. That's great. Flavor Text says, my observations of the multiverse are too valuable not to preserve for posterity. Huh! It's like the flavor text is like me talking about saving this stream for people to watch. That's right, Dovin. I am as arrogant as you. Man, that artwork's great, dude. I love it. Cool. Moving on. Cavern of Souls. Delicious. A land that says when it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Taps of a colorless or taps to add a mana of any color, can only be cast a creature type of the type you chose, but it also can't be countered. That's nuts. The artwork on this is all right. It's kind of like in nondescript in some ways, kind of nebulous, so you can kind of picture there's souls in the background, like the little Princess Mononoke rotating head click, click, click kind of ones from that movie. Maybe? I don't know. Moving on. Ulamog, we already saw you. We're seeing you from a this is just him stretching out in the morning like, oh, what's up, bro? My back hurts. All right. Then we got Teferi's Protection. This is in the etched version, and look at that, man. That's him phasing out his homeland, isn't it? Oh, what? The angels? And what is going on? This is awesome artwork. That's great. All right. After that, we got Dockside Extortionist. A lot of people are happy about this getting reprinted. 1 red and 1/1/2 enters the battlefield. X treasure tokens, where X is the number of artifacts and enchantments all your opponents control. Fine print is illegible scribbles, but it is legally binding. And then you got this little goblin pirate like, bro, I wrote it down, pay me. I wrote this down. Give me the money. Fuck you, pay me. I love it. Then we got, another one. This guy's hanging down from the sky off the ropes going, yo, where's that cheddar at, son? Give me that money, bro. It's just business after all. All right, then we got another Allosaurus Shepherd. This guy's a little more covered, but still doing that dino stroking. Bloom Tender with the awesome artwork where the world is darkness and the shift has happened, the aurora, and she's just protecting this tiny little bloom. Oh, great. Alta Palani, the Nest Tender, is 4 mana for a 2/3. 2 and tap it. Create a 0/1 green egg creature token with Defender. Whenever an egg you control dies, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. All right. I mean, that's a funky card, right? I'm going to do some egg action. We're going to have some breakfast. Ulamog's going to come by, crack into these eggs. All right. Muldrotha in a different form. There you go. All right. My child grew from rotten ruin, yet she bloomed. Oh, what? Multani's child. Funky. I feel like I read that before, but forgot it. Interesting. All right, Phyrexian Tyranny. I talked at length about this in the Historian video, man. This card is great. I love the whole flavor tie-in to the story, and it's a cool card overall. Just whenever a player draws a card, that player loses 2 life unless they pay 2 mana. 3 mana straight up across the board. It affects everybody. It's nutso. Squee is just getting wrecked by Krovax over and over. It's insane. Then you got another variation of the Phyrexian Altar. Unskin these impure bodies, great Yawgmoth, that the flesh may welcome your blessings. Nice. Unskin these impure bodies, great Yawgmoth, that the flesh may welcome your blessings. Yikes. That's pretty wild. All right, we got another version of the Vidalcan Orrery. This is the one that was done on Mirrodin, right? So the flavor text says, the model incorporated the 5th sun effortlessly as if it had always known, because there was only 4 suns on Mirrodin for the longest time. All right, what do we got after that? Oh, another Cavern of Souls with, you can see souls reaching up, man, the hands. That's cool. That's some good flavor right there. Then you got Liliana, the Last Hope, with some really awesome artwork. 3 mana, 3 loyalty Planeswalker, +1. Give a creature -2/-1 until next turn. -2, mill 2 cards. Return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Or -7, get an emblem where at the beginning of your end step, you create X 2/2 zombies, where X is 2 plus the number of zombies you control. First 2 abilities, underwhelming. Ultimate feels awesome. Then you got Wrenn in 6, the little bushy tree man. Green and a red for 3 loyalty, +1. Return a land from your graveyard to your hand. -1, do 1 damage to any target. -7, get an emblem with instants and sorceries in your graveyard have retrace, which lets you pitch lands to replay them. Not too shabby. Wrenn in 6 looking good in the artwork. All right, then you got Kozilek, Butcher of Truth, all flexing like you just came out of the gym. What's up, bro? I stick my arms out wide because I got big chest. You got a problem with it? 10 mana for a 12/12. When you cast a spell, draw 4 cards, Annihilator 4. And same deal about doing the shuffle. Do the shuffle, but he looks intense and messed up in the artwork. He's going to rip up your reality, son. He's going to butcher your truth. Thought Scour with the little scrub-a-dub fairies just washing your head down, scrubbing your thoughts. Love it. Awesome. Rampant Growth. Oh, yeah. Lord Windgrace has purified Urborg. How could you not love it? That's awesome, man. I mean, the card itself is all right. 2 mana, go grab the land. We already saw that, right? But this is better artwork. And oh, that's all of them. That's all of the cards for today's spoilers. We'll do another chunk of these ones tomorrow.